the Hogan here, VIP Boxing, down at Terry Spence's Gym in Widness, where I'm about to catch up with Scott Brown. Right, Scott Brown?
Yeah.
Scott, I know you don't know, but I do actually know you a little bit because I filmed you on a couple of occasions. I filmed a Rotunda show a few years back, and I'm not sure if it was just afterwards or just before then. You turned up down at a Peaky Blinders show, Moss Side Fire Station.
Yeah, it was just after it, that was, yeah.
Was it? Yeah. And where you picked up a good win against a good kid. A really close fight, actually. And what I was surprised about is I've just re-watched your home show fight, where you fought a kid from Longside, and I thought you'd won.
Yeah,
I think you even thought you'd won.
I thought I might have done. I think I switched off after the first round. I thought I was going to get a stoppage, and then just switched off a bit. I faced the lad a couple of months down the line and beat him again. But then I faced the lad from Moss Side a couple of months down the line and got beat by him. So evened out both ways.
but yeah, like you said, you know, you gave the kid on your home show a standing count in the first round with a big overhand right, and I've just been watching that today. That's a nice little go-to shot for you, isn't it?
That's my shot over the jab, yeah. I like to try and catch it over the jab.
Because you remind me a little bit, and I believe this is the connection. This is why you're down here at Terry Spence's Gym.
Yeah.
Because you fought Leon Williams, who trains here, twice as an amateur.
Yeah, I did, yeah. Fought Leon twice. Kept in touch with him and kept sparring and everything, and that's how I've met Terry.
You're both roughly the same age, aren't you?
Yeah. I think he's probably 6 months older, but we've obviously faced twice.
Because you're 23, did you say?
Just turned 23, yeah.
And you're quite similar to one another.
Yeah.
I think he's grown a little bit. He's a little bit bigger now, but he's very explosive. When he lets his hands go, he's very fast, and I was really impressed with your backhand. It's like I say, it's like a little lightning bolt.
Thank you, cheers.
Let's go out a little bit more then. So I filmed you at Rotunda. Is that where you started your amateur career?
No, I started my amateur career in Southport Star. It's my uncle who owns the gym. I think I started when I was 11, maybe 12. My cousins all boxed, so that's how I got into it. And my dad's cousin was the head coach in there. He took me right the way through until I was 18, and then I moved to Rotunda because I was living in Liverpool at the time, in uni at the time, in Liverpool. So it made more sense to go to that gym, and I was at Rotunda until probably 6 or 7 months ago. So I was there for 4 years.
So where are you actually from then? Are you from
Southport.
Right, and you travelled from Southport here then, do you?
No, I've moved now. I moved to Melling, and then I've just recently moved to Formby. Just recently, so it's about 30 minutes away, this gym.
And when did you decide to hang up the vest and go pro?
It was just before the ABAs. I was on a job and I cut my thumb with a skill saw. So I couldn't train for 4 weeks leading up to the ABAs, and then once I realised I wasn't going to enter them, I decided to turn pro instead. But my plan was to do the ABAs and then turn pro, so that was always the plan last season.
So as an amateur, how many fights did you have then altogether?
I think it was 28.
28. And how did you fare in them?
I won more than I lost, but there was a few decisions I thought I might have won.
One of them you was talking about.
Yeah.
Well, like I just said, in amateur boxing, a 50-50 record is a good record. Anything more than that is a very good record.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, but you did go in the championships quite a few times, didn't you, and do fairly well? Yeah, I got to the semis in the NABCs twice, and I got to the quarterfinals in the first ones. That was all at open level as well. And then I went into the ABAs once and got beat on a split decision in the regional final. In a fight against a good lad, which I thought could have gone either way, but he probably landed the cleaner work. And I've got to ask, because you never mentioned, but you did tell me you fought Leon. That's how the connection is here.
Yeah,
so how did you do against Leon?
Beat him twice. Winds him up about every now and again in the gym, but yeah.
And that's what we were just talking about. I just caught you sparring there, a stablemate and a kid amateur. Sam, what's Sam's surname?
It's Tom Whitley.
Oh, Tom Whitley.
Yeah.
I thought it was Sam. I was calling him Sam all the way. He never pulled me on it either. Nice kid. But good tall kid, nice and rangy. Then you've got Leon, who's a little bit similar to you, stocky but explosive. And then you've got Jack Powell here. So you've got 3 kids that are all
and Matthew Rennie as well.
But he's a little bit lighter than you, so it's different work I suppose you do with him. It's more technical sparring than actual sparring, I presume.
But he's still good for sharpness and move the head a bit quick, get used to quicker punches coming in, and you've got Jack, Leon and Tom who can all punch quite hard, so you've got good different sparring.
So you've not really, in preparation for your debut, you've not really had to go out of this gym, have you?
No, mainly in-house sparring. We've got everything in-house, so I mean every now and again you spar at different gyms. I think it's good to spar different gyms as well because you're not used to who you're fighting, so like I'm aware of Leon's style, Tom's style, Jack's style, so you still, you know what, even though it's great sparring, you can get used to the combinations that you throw, whereas when you're sparring against kids from outside gyms, you've got no idea.
But the good thing about you've got enough experience as an amateur to have experienced lots of different styles. So I presume, with not being that long away from being an ex-amateur, you know how to adapt still quick. Because you have to do that. You've got 3 rounds. You can't wait until halfway through the second round before you work the guy out. You've got to work him out in the first minute, haven't you? And your opponent, we've got a great opponent for you because Jake Bray is one of my favourite road warriors, away fighters, however you want to call them, because the good thing about Jake is he gives you a genuine fight. He comes and he's not like a lot of journeymen who were, I call them sometimes, stealing a living. You know, where they'll just hold and just manage to find their way through. He comes and gives you a real fight, and he tries his best to win every single fight. So I like Jay Bray, and I think it'll be perfect for you because you've trained you hard, you've got all your friends coming down, it's your debut, it's special, and you want someone to give you a fight and not frustrate you.
Definitely. I watched him against Sean Arkwright a few months back. Obviously I didn't know I was fighting him at the time, but he doesn't just run away, does he, like quite a few of the
And the good thing about Jake is if he hurts him, he doesn't just shell up, he fights his way out of it, and that's what makes him. Hence why I think in his 23 losses, I think he's been stopped 5 times. But that's because of the way he fights. You know, he's not your average. He'll probably never be a centurion because the way he fights, you're not going to make it to 100 fights. But what he is he's a breath of fresh air on the away circuit, and I've got a lot of time for him. Good kid.
That's what you want, isn't it? Definitely.
For your debut, without a doubt, you don't want to train 8, 9, 10, 12 weeks for this and go out there, come out frustrated. You won't be frustrated with him. No. You'll be in a real fight, and how well you do, we'll have to find out, won't we?
Yeah, definitely. That's the test, isn't it? I suppose.
What do you expect to turn pro? I mean, obviously you've been sparring pros here, you're sparring top amateurs for the last 5-6 years of your amateur career. Where do you think you can go?
Well, hopefully.
Or where do you hope you can go?
Well, I'd love to get to the British title level. That's my aim. Anything past that's just a bonus.
Massive bonus.
But if I could get to British title, that's where I'd be happy with.
See, I like that. I like when, and that's not being disrespectful, but everyone says I want to be a world champion. Of course, you all want to be a world champion. But I think you've got to take it step by step. And if you say I want to be a world champion and you don't achieve it, at the end of your career, you're not content. You know, but if I remember speaking to Josh Warrington, and Josh said something to me. I said, you know, where did you want to go when you started? He said, I wanted to be British champion. He said, and when I achieved that, he said, I reset my goal. He said, so I want to be European champion. And then when I became European champion, I want to be world champion. And he said that way, he said, you know, I'm always content. You know, because sometimes if you don't achieve what you want, and life and boxing are hard things, aren't they, sometimes? You know, you don't always, you need to be, as well as talented, you need to be a little bit lucky, don't you? And if you don't get there, then suddenly you can be disappointed for no reason. Because being British champion,
massive achievement, isn't it?
Massive achievement. So underestimated now by people because there's so many other belts out there. But for me, as you just said, that would have been my, you know, well, probably Central Area would have been my dream. But yes, I do believe it's the right way to do it. You know, and, at 23, you've got plenty of time to do that, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. That's why I'm glad I've turned pro now. I'm still young. I'm the youngest in the gym, only by a few months, but still the youngest in the gym. So I've not left it too late. So I think some people stick around the amateurs too long. Personally,
yeah.
I didn't want to do that because I think the amateur training's sometimes just as hard as professional training. So.
Well, the problem with amateur boxing and pro boxing, they are two different sports still.
Definitely,
you know.
Yeah.
The quicker you learn the lessons that you need to be a pro boxer, the better it is.
Yeah.
So even if you were to be the best amateur, you know, and win an ABA title or anything like that, it still doesn't mean that you're going to be a great pro, because there's all those lessons that you're still going to learn. So really, hopefully by the time you're 25, you would have got those lessons under your belt and ready for perhaps those titles that we just spoke about.
Yeah. That'd be perfect, that, wouldn't it?
Well, listen, that journey starts on it's a Sunday, mate.
Sunday,
that's
a
strange one to start your professional journey on, but we're at the Grand Central Hall in Liverpool. Fantastic venue.
Yeah.
We're on a 7-fight card, and I'm generally looking forward to it, because I know you're going to be in for a good fight, because Jake Bray, that's all he brings.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Will someone be there talking to you afterwards, and will they be saying 1-0?
Well, I'd hope so, yeah, definitely, yeah. That's the aim.
Listen, Scott, good luck with the rest of camp. As I can see today, it's gone really, really well. And like I say, it's always nice when I've filmed you as an amateur to see you progress into the game. And it's even better when you're making your debut as a professional.
Yeah.
So good luck with everything.
Thanks very much.
Like I say, hopefully someone will be there talking to you, saying 1-0.
Yeah,
Scott,
hopefully, yeah.
Take care, mate.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.